Trade wars. They sound complicated, right? Like something out of a history book. But guess what? They're happening right now, and they affect all of us. Trade wars are like fights between countries, but instead of using guns and bombs, they use tariffs and trade barriers. These fights disrupt the global economy. That's a fancy way of saying they mess with how countries buy and sell things from each other. And when that happens, everyone feels the pinch. Prices go up, jobs are lost, and things get messy. So why should we care? Because understanding trade wars is crucial in today's interconnected world. It helps us make sense of the news, the economy, and how our lives are affected by global events. Imagine you and your friend are arguing over a toy. You both want it, so you start taking things away from each other like toys and snacks. That's kind of what a trade war is like. It's when two or more countries slap tariffs on each other's goods. Tariffs are like extra taxes on imports, making them more expensive. Countries do this to protect their own industries or to punish another country. For example, if country A puts a tariff on cars from country B, cars from country B become more expensive in country A. This might hurt country B's car industry and give an advantage to country A's car makers. However, it can also lead to higher prices for consumers in both countries. One of the biggest trade wars happening right now is between the United States and China. These two economic giants have been at odds for a while now. The U.S. has accused China of unfair trade practices, like stealing intellectual property and manipulating its currency. In response, both countries have imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of each other's goods. This has led to higher prices for consumers and businesses in both countries, as well as uncertainty in the global markets. The U.S. China trade war has had a significant impact on the global economy, disrupting supply chains and creating tensions between countries. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions. Think of the global economy like a giant spider web. When two big spiders start fighting and shaking the web, everyone feels it. That's what happens when big economies like the United States and China engage in trade wars. Other countries that rely on trade with these countries suffer. Businesses might have to pay more for materials, leading to job losses and slower economic growth. Developing countries, which often rely heavily on exports, can be hit especially hard. The tariffs and trade barriers disrupt global supply chains, making it more expensive and difficult for companies to produce and sell their products. This uncertainty can lead to a decline in investment and economic activity worldwide. So, who's supposed to stop these trade wars? Enter the World Trade Organization, or WTO for short. The WTO is like the referee in the global trade game, trying to keep things fair and prevent these fights from getting out of control. They have a set of rules that countries agree to follow when trading with each other. They also provide a platform for countries to settle disputes and negotiate trade agreements. However, the WTO has faced criticism for not doing enough to address unfair trade practices and for being slow to adapt to the changing global economy. The U.S. China trade war has put a strain on the WTO, and its ability to effectively resolve trade disputes is being tested. The trade war landscape is constantly evolving. While tensions between the United States and China have eased somewhat, the underlying issues remain. New trade agreements are being negotiated, and countries are looking for ways to reduce their reliance on any single trading partner. The future of trade relations is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Trade wars have significant consequences for everyone. It's crucial for countries to find ways to cooperate and resolve their differences through dialogue and negotiation, rather than resorting to protectionism and tariffs. Trade wars might seem complicated, but their impact is real and affects us all. From the prices we pay at the store to the availability of jobs in our communities, these global disputes have local consequences. It's important for us to stay informed about trade wars, understand the issues involved, and engage in discussions about how to create a fairer and more sustainable global trading system. After all, we're all connected in this global economy, and finding ways to work together is in everyone's best interest.